Hello, grade 8 learner. Welcome to another mathematics lesson. In this video, we will be differentiating relations based on the K-12 curriculum learning competency. The learner illustrates a relation. It's a great day to learn, so prepare your pen, paper, and module as you start watching and learning from this video lesson. Happy learning! Refer to your Quarter 2, Module 3 entitled Relation and Function for this example. Let us differentiate relations through these three situations. Observe the quantities that are being compared in each situation. In the first situation, we have learner and the ID number. In the second, we have the person and the blood type. And third, we have the math teacher to the section they teach. Let us process what we know. We know that each situation is a relation, but to classify them, we have to learn how the values of one quantity correspond or match the values of the other quantity. Now we know how to classify relations we solve. We begin by illustrating the situation to make it easy for us to see how the values correspond to each other. This is the first example on page 5. First, we have the learners and the ID numbers. Each learner has his or her own ID number. Take note here that each value of the domain corresponds to one value of the range. Next, we look at the second situation. This is seen on page 7, exercise 1, letter B, item number 4. Illustrating the situation, we have the persons and the blood types, which in the given is only O and A. We can see that two persons have blood type O, while three persons have blood type A. We can observe here that more than one value of the domain corresponds to one value of the range. Lastly, let us study the third relation. This is item number 2 of exercise 1 on page 7. We illustrate the situation. We have the domain, which is the name of the teacher, and the range, which is the sections that they teach. We observe that one teacher teaches 3 sections, while the other teacher teaches 2. We see here that each value of the domain corresponds to more than one value of the range. Now that we've solved how the values of the domain correspond to the values of the range in each relation, we now state our conclusions. In the first relation, each value of the domain match or correspond to only one value of the range. This relation is a one-to-one relation. In the second relation, more than one value of the domain corresponds to one value of the range. This relation is a many-to-one relation. In the third relation, each value of the domain corresponds to more than one value of the range. This relation is a one-to-many relation. And this ends our video lesson. I hope that you have learned a lot from this short video because, to quote the Chinese philosopher Confucius, education breeds confidence, confidence breeds hope, and hope breeds peace. We'll see you again in our next video lesson.